This is A Draw My Life by David Howard Baker. My story begins on the 6th of February 1998. I was born the wrong way round, feet first. I was an enormous baby, weighing at 9 pounds and 6 ounces, and also was ginger, even though both my parents weren't. My birth took so long that my dad had to leave the hospital to get a doner kebab and miss me being born. I was the second child out of 4 children, all born within 5 years, so family life was extremely hectic and crazy. There was so much fighting, screaming and playing that our neighbours hated us so much. Our parents immersed us with so much music. All the time they would clear a space in the living room, put their favourite music on and give us loads of instruments to play, including recorders, xylophones and percussion. We did lots of silly dancing, singing and playing the instruments. My mum tells me the noise was always unbearable. When I was 6, we moved from Luton to Plymouth. I remember feeling very sad leaving all my friends behind. In Plymouth, school became a very unhappy place for me. I didn't fit in or make many friends and I became really lonely. I spent most of my primary school on my own in the playground. Even though school was really difficult, I began enjoying music so much more. At age 6, I remember watching my mum playing piano and thinking she was the best pianist in the world. My favourite song she played was a piano arrangement for the music from the film Titanic. I loved it so much I decided I wanted to learn it. She thought it was impossible for me to learn, having never played piano before. However, after asking her many times, she began teaching me the piece. She taught me note by note, bar by bar, and I kept practicing it like nothing else mattered. Eventually I could play it and this made me so happy. I could create the beautiful sound I was hearing. Ever since, I've loved playing piano. At secondary school, the wonders of music opened out to me so much more. In year 7, I started playing saxophone and joined the jazz band and saxophone quintet, and also started playing flute in the woodwind group. I was in the music tutor group, so 5 mornings a week I rehearsed with the jazz band for 20 minutes. I also started playing in the school big band, which meant I got to play at many gigs, dinners, parties, balls and other private functions. But starting secondary school hadn't solved the problem with friends. It had improved a little and I'd made some friends, but few lasted long and I still felt really isolated from everyone. I spent a lot of my summers at home, even though I really wanted to go out and have fun. However, I had a wonderful home life which definitely made up for all that sadness. My parents were always very supportive and it was never boring when I always had all my siblings around to have fun with. We spent loads of time at the beach and on the moors. We had a love-hate relationship. One minute we were best friends and the next minute we were pulling each other's hair out, literally. I also used all this free time at home to compose for piano. This was my favourite thing to do. When I felt lonely, I had the piano by my side. I remember playing for hours every day and my family got pretty sick of it, and I don't blame them. I also had lots of fun uploading videos to YouTube. I had 3 channels, one for piano, another for guinea pigs, and one for all the pranks I pulled on my family. One time I poured water and flour on my brother. He was very unhappy, but his reaction was priceless. I never got many views, but I still had so much fun making the videos. Music and home life certainly kept me happy throughout secondary school and GCSEs. But this home life I'd always cherished completely changed in September of year 12. My dad became extremely unwell and his job didn't give him sick pay, so we nearly lost our house and we had to live off almost nothing. Luckily we had family friends who fed us every week, but I still didn't have my dad with me and that was so upsetting. My motivation and drive with A-levels plummeted and I felt so low all the time. This was the most difficult year of my life. My March mocks in year 12 went very badly. I got EUU, which was so hard. I wasn't used to getting these kind of grades. I was determined not to fail. I worked really hard for the final 6 weeks and I improved my grades to ACD. It wasn't what I wanted, but still enough to get me into some universities to do a music degree. My dad recovered in the summer before year 13. It was the best thing having my wonderful dad back again. My family life was back to normal and I was so much happier. I decided I wasn't going to let what happened in year 12 get the better of me and worked really hard and retook most of my exams in year 13. Also, I was so much happier with my social life. I only had a couple close friends, but that was all I needed. I'd originally planned to do a gap year after sixth form, however this changed in April of year 13. I found out that Lady Margaret Hall, a college at Oxford University, was starting a foundation year for students from disadvantaged backgrounds who didn't necessarily have the A grades needed for Oxford. I couldn't miss this opportunity. I had nothing to lose, so I went for it. I got invited to an interview and it was so scary I almost ran away 30 minutes before the interview was meant to start. I never imagined that I'd get a place, but somehow I got an offer and managed to scrape the grade requirements. I was so excited but nervous as well. I was scared of isolation and not fitting into a place like Oxford. Since coming to Oxford last year in September, I was so surprised at how normal everyone was. The foundation year has been life-changing and I've developed so much as a musician and a person. There are many opportunities to get my compositions played and to perform in orchestras and jazz bands. I really love the community here at LMH and it's made me a happier person. This has taught me that it's the people, not the place, that truly matter to me. This isn't the end, as my life has only just begun. I don't know where this degree will take me, but I know that my life will always revolve around music. I'll never stop composing for the piano as long as I live, and most importantly, I'll always make sure I keep a few friends close to me on this adventure.